Hi everyone, I'm so sorry for the delay. We were just organizing things. I'm really excited to be here on the IHE and it's an amazing platform. I think hospitality on its own is like a really amazing place to see your career into. I won MasterChef India like really long back and a lot of people came to me and they said that you've made it, but I knew that I want to go ahead and I want to do like so much more. So it's really, you know, it's one sector where you can of course be in the front office and all of that, but kitchen is a lot of fun and I'm really passionate about cooking and I'm really passionate about health. So, you know, there were people when I used to travel initially and they would say that, oh, you know, good chefs they can't be fit. And, you know, in French they say that never trust a skinny chef. So, but that's not true. You should always trust the skinny chef because she or he is doing something right to be skinny, right? So, of course, healthy food should be delicious also. And today my master class is all about Health Unlimited. That is something that I totally believe in. And since the pandemic, which is 2020, I've been working on this, working on recipes which give you health, good taste, and it's presented well as well. So, I am firstly, the first recipe that I'm going to be doing is, I'll start with a dessert. Why not? Because this is the first master class, so might as well start with sweets. So the first recipe that I'm doing is sweet potato brownies. They're eggless, they're sweet, and they don't have too much sugar. And of course, you can change the flour according to the taste. You can use coconut flour if you like really healthy. Or if you want to go gluten-free, that is if you don't want wheat. And there's so many other variety of flours also coming, you know, nowadays in the market. And I think gourmet food internationally also has changed a lot to do with health, especially like a lot of countries like US. Because if you go step out anywhere, you will see a lot of eateries which have just healthy food. And not just healthy food, but delicious food also. It's not like, you know, I'm not saying that indulgent cooking isn't something. It is, of course, you know, you cook for hours and the meat and the broth, of course, it has amazing taste. But quick, healthy toss kind of thing for everyday meal is also very interesting. And I think people always look for such recipes. So we'll start with a sweet potato brownie. And before that, I want to introduce my team.
I'm Chef Bharat.
That's Chef Bharat. He's going to be helping me out, and I have Akanksha. She's been organizing everything, and I have Ashmita here, okay, there, and she's also been helping me. So it's mostly been girls till now, Chef, and now you're welcome to our gang.
We are rocking now.
Okay, fine. So we need like around 250 grams. If you want these recipes, because see, we have measured everything, I'll have to read out like how much is what. But if you want these recipes, I think it will be available on the website, probably. Or it's also available on my YouTube channel. It's called Shipra's Kitchen. And you'll be seeing a lot of Health Unlimited because I have a book that's coming up in October. It's called #Health Unlimited. And I've just tried to make a lot of simple, healthy recipes for youngsters who stay alone because not everybody likes to cook. Can you help me with this, Chef? In this, I'm going to be adding chocolate as well. Huh? Oh, it's okay. We need sugar. Where is sugar? Yeah, that's not sugar. Huh, you have to cream that. Yeah. Sugar, we need butter. And bitter chocolate. Bitter chocolate you'll have to melt. Come. Come here. Akanksha. Yeah, it'll start melting. So we need sweet potato, castor sugar, butter and bitter chocolate. Oven? Oven. Switch it on. Oh, if you have any questions, please feel free. No, I don't think so. If you have any questions, yes, please feel free to ask. And if you want to volunteer, because a lot of people I see in chef courts, please feel free and help us here. Yeah? Akanksha, you need help? Yeah. So I'm just melting the chocolate and I'm going to add butter to it. Anyway, you melt this butter, and in this butter I'm going to add, first I'm going to heat it, okay? I need the pan really hot because I don't want to cook the vegetables too much. It doesn't make sense because you destroy all the antioxidants or the mineral or the food value that a food dish or vegetable is going to give you if you cook a lot. So now to this pan I'm going to add yellow zucchini. I'm going to add the green zucchini, and it's really colorful, so you can even make broth with it. You can have it like soup as well. It's not working. Okay. So we have your red pepper, yellow pepper. Now these are very sweet peppers, and now you say like, why do you have to add peppers? Firstly, it gives a beautiful color. Secondly, it's loaded with antioxidants which are really, really good for your skin. Especially girls, you should take care of your skin because you have to look pretty all the time. And spinach, that's also like very finely shred. We have cabbage here. So there are a lot of leafy vegetables, and the colors, look at the colors are looking so pretty. I'm going to toss this. I will add some salt and pepper. But before that, I'm going to add some soya sauce. Now soya sauce, we get like 2 types of soya sauce in the market. Not every soya sauce is soya sauce, or every black sauce is soya sauce. We have light soya sauce and we have dark soya sauce. So dark soya sauce is of course to give this color which we like in the Indian Chinese kind of food. And of course both are made with soy. But the light soya sauce it's very salty as compared to the dark one. So be careful when you're adding this. I mean, you can enjoy the color, but then you have to go very, very low on salt. And I'm adding pepper to this. With just a quick toss. And if you see that I haven't added salt yet, because I won't add salt. If I add salt, these vegetables are going to need water. And I don't want this dish to be watery. I want it to be like sauteed. Yeah? So we just look at cooking the zucchini a little bit. Like pretty little bit. Do we have a cover? I want a cover. No? Okay, let it be. And now we are going to be sauteing it till the zucchini is cooked. And what I'm going to garnish it with is like, a lot of you are culinary students, right? So, when you have like a combination of texture in your food, it kind of, it's that extra element that you can give from your end, which can be like really signature also. Because if you go ahead, you need like a lot of signature recipes. And, when you're a chef, you are an artist also. So just lose your imagination and use your imagination and just figure out like what will go good with what. Think about colors, think about texture, think about flavors, and what all new can you bring on the table. So after this is done, and I make it baked. So what we're going to do is the next recipe is going to be spinach and cheese quenelle. So what I've done is, it's a very old recipe of mine. My first book, which is called The Spice Book, I actually put this recipe there. And paneer is paneer. We make it fresh, but we shape it like a quenelle. And the spinach is like a sauce. Like, it looks like French dish, but it's our age-old palak paneer. So this is like a modern take without using molecular, but still having a signature in a very, very popular recipe. Like, who doesn't like palak paneer? It's really delicious. So what I'm doing here is I'm garnish the zucchini noodles with it. That's it. Yeah. In goes, come here. In goes the salt. Next recipe. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask because I love questions. That's Shweta, she's also from my team. So we have like a whole female gang. No questions? Nobody has questions.
How was your journey after
Not on me.
How was your journey after Masterchef?
Very good. Like
After
Masterchef?
Masterchef, yeah, sorry.
I think it's oh yeah, it was really nice. I learned a lot. And of course Masterchef was a good platform to, start your career with. Of course it gave you a good foundation. And I just got lucky because, generally in the culinary field or even in hospitality, as all you guys must be knowing, because I assume you are of course from the hospitality. It's really difficult to, be noticed because there are so many people and they're so talented and everybody is like so gifted and there's so many people in the institute or hotel or whatever, So just making a mark and making a difference becomes so difficult, and especially like in this time I feel when everything becomes so digital. Everybody is out there with so much talent and you feel that you don't stand anywhere. But I'll tell you what, if you think you don't stand anywhere, it's just that even one person can make a lot of difference. And my life is, it's actually an example that, if you really believe in yourself or what you want to do, you can eventually, do anything. So, yeah, I think life is a journey. So, from Masterchef, it's just started. I'm in the middle right now.
It has been a good journey. We are all over social media.
See, the plating plays a very important role, as you all know. And we have crushed. There are spoons here. I asked for some spoons here. And we garnish it with this sauteed and crushed peanuts. It gives texture and the dish starts looking nice. Okay, so with this we come to the last recipe. Yeah, that's the spinach and cheese quenelle. Okay, girls, leave this thing, leave the mic, and then start this. You have the recipe with you. Open the recipe. Be quick. Okay, first we'll make the quenelle. Close to chef. This out. And I need a clean mixer jar.
Another there is.
Just take the mixie out. You don't do this, I'm going to just pass me the thing she's got to take. I think give me that. Yeah. Huh? Yes. Thank you. So, okay, so like I said, like spinach and cheese quenelle, it's the same age-old palak paneer, but we are going to make it like a little fancy. But we'll try to adapt it to the paneer that we have. Of course, a bit more ingredients go in it, and it has to be like really juicy and it should be good. So I hope we are able to execute this. So we are melting butter here. I'm going to add a little bit of chopped garlic because see, garlic, spinach, cheese, and cream and mushrooms, according to me, are a very good combination. It's classic. You can never go wrong with it. So we'll saute the garlic. And then we'll add the spinach, which is puree. Yes, say something.
No, I'm just saying.
Here, just put this in a pan. For the quenelle we need milk which are curdled with lemon juice or water, और ये बन गया हमारा पनीर basically. It's really soft. So you need to keep. I'm going to add this total. I'm going to add this paneer which we've made, and along with this I'm going to add cream. Okay, I want something like really smooth. It's not on only, the gas is not on. It needs to be salted a little. Otherwise वो कच्चा रहेगा, अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. I'm adding cream to the cheese that I've made. Is there a possibility of getting some water? I want to steam the quenelle. Is it possible or it's not? So what I'm going to do is I'll make the quenelle, but after making the quenelle it has to be steamed. So what I've asked for right now, which is missing, is a steamer. So a Chinese bamboo steamer is perfect. If it's not available or if it's taking time, everybody values it. I'm adding a little bit of salt and pepper. Yeah, sure. Yeah, making the quenelle, I needed the steam. Can we put some water in it? I want to steam the quenelle. And how are we going to steam it?
That's what I want.
कटोरी में डाल के steam कर दो. हाँ?
ऐसे रखो, उसको एक बाउल में डाल के पानी डाल के ये दूध का बेन मैरिनेट करना.
नहीं, but then उसका वो quenelle तो बनेगा.
सॉफ्ट हो जाएगा ना. इसको whip कर दूँ?
No, it will go in the oven. So now I'm going to add egg to this and a little bit of salt as well. Egg will give it like a little volume which we need. We need it to be fluffy. And meanwhile we have the spinach puree which is getting done. And I put some water for boiling and we make it get. Okay, the spinach is done. We are going to plate it. You know, when you're plating, just make sure you're using colors. You know, it should look pretty to the eyes. Cooking is not easy. बहुत मैसी हो जाता है. मेरी ध्यान से डालना चाहिए, बहुत गंदा लगता है. That's why I asked you. What is the recipe of this? Some whites. Okay. So while all this is happening, we have the mini noodles that are ready. The spinach puree is already done. We are making the quenelle. And meanwhile, we finish the cake. Pishara. So we have these ingredients mixed already. So now you look at chef. So here the sweet potato. Thank you. So now to the sweet potato, the chocolate, the sugar and the butter. I am going to add the flour, milk and baking powder. So I'm going to adjust the consistency. I could have added water. I could have added milk. When you add milk to cake, it gives a different texture, but you can also add water to it. It makes it lighter, and of course, it's just about consistency once it goes in there. So how many of you really enjoy cooking? All of you. And what do you all like to cook? I'm going to pass this mic, okay, because enough of you guys looking at me. Now I got to look at all of you because it's always good to know each other, isn't it? So, okay, Ashwin, you can pass this mic to, let's start from the first row. Like, what do they like to cook? What is their inspiration? Okay. I like to cook cake.
I like to cook pastas and stuff like stir-fried vegetables.
Very good.
I'm basically a hot kitchen guy.
You have to introduce your name. Introduce yourself with your name.
Hi, my name is Tarun Mukherjee and I basically like cooking gravies and baking.
Okay.
That's my passion.
Nice.
Hello, my name is Aditya and I am a student and I love cooking cakes and pastry cards.
Nice.
Hello chef, my name is Sahil. I am a big fan of yours.
Thank you.
And I am following you on all social media handles.
Thank you.
And I am following you from MasterChef.
Thank you.
And I like to cook Indian cuisine. Whatever the Indian cooking is the best.
Yes, of course it is.
Chef, my name is Jasmine and I'm basically a Chinese chef. So my favorite things to make are banana bread because that's my mom's favorite. And I've grown up watching MasterChef in your home. I'm a big fan. Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing.
Hi chef, my name is Shalani.
Oh yeah, hi.
Yeah. So I'm a home chef basically. I like to make bread, basically baking, and the Chinese continental.
Wow, everything.
I try to make it every day.
Wow, you're a super mom then. Superwoman. You're a superwoman.
Thank you.
Isn't it?
Hey Chef Raza.
Hi.
I'm Rupa.
Hi. Hi.
You can follow me on Rupa's Kitchen too. And
Okay.
I'm very
Yeah,
fond
keep it.
of
Keep it.
healthy recipes. And I love to cook everything that is nutritious.
Wow. Awesome.
Hello chef, I'm Aditya Thakur.
Hi.
I'm a big fan. I love to do Indian cuisines and I love to do fusion with different cuisines. Thank you, ma'am.
Wow. Fantastic. You heard all that.
Now we are pouring this water in the bowl.
Okay. So now,
Hello chef,
my mic is
my name is Dhruv Sharma and I really like cooking continental foods.
wow. I'll tell you when I have the mic. So I love food, you know, whether you believe it or not. I just love food. I go crazy, you know, super. Like, you know, if there's a fresh, you know, the fresh produce, you know, when you go to farmers markets and all, I really love it. I really love it. So it's very difficult for me to say that I just like this or I just like that, because I love French fries. That's like really comforting. But then again, you know, it's so fried and it's got so many calories, you can't have it every day. And dal chawal is also my favorite. I like it. And I think, you know, the more you cook, the simpler your choices in food become. Like you want to have like really simple food because you're doing like so much of, you know, so much of creativity on the dishes that you're making. Like for me, it's more like, you know, to content creation. So for me, it's like, you know, it's on television. So when a lot of things in person look really, really nice, but it has to be like superb when it comes to television. So the amount of effort you're putting in has to be like double because it needs to look good too. And you also need to look good, you know. You can't be like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted making one dish. So yeah, I just like food, you know. Like I just love food. I think it's very unfair to discriminate one from the other. Everything's so delicious. Yeah. Okay, so I know you guys like pastry and you like baking and all of that. Yes, of course, it's really, really interesting and really fascinating. So in Paris, you know, you have, as you all know, especially when a lot of you are enthusiasts and you know you want to take up patisserie. So you know you have a lot of boulangeries and patisseries in France, and of course, you, when it comes to baking or when it comes to cakes and stuff, you can't, like, you know, it's considered the best country ever, right? And now there's this, I think there's a network issue here. I wanted to tell you something, especially, you know, the ones who are interested in pastry or baking, or you want to take up, whether in a restaurant, hotel, or you want to have your own if you want to have your own outlet, okay? Yeah, I think we should garnish it with something.
I was looking for some green.
I don't know, I wanted like, you know.
छुप गया क्या मैंने इसको?
And I'm going to sprinkle it with garam masala. That's the flavor I'll give, like finally.
Should I throw some garlic over it?
Yeah, and fried garlic.
Roasted garlic.
Okay, so you know there's this. So I'm a guest faculty at Apollo Group. It's in Paris, and China. I've taught, but I worked under this chef who was, you know, when you go to Paris, there's this. Of course, you all know about croissants, right? So there are a lot of places there, but croissants, which are like the most popular, are from Bordeaux. And the chefs, they compete, the teachers who are teaching, faculty there, they participate in a competition which happens with like the best of chefs who are doing boulangerie and patisserie, and they compete with each other to make the best croissant. So the best croissant there is made at Bordeaux, and the chef actually taught me how the technique to get it right. You know, a lot of places you will see that there are no flakes. It's just like a bun shaped like a croissant. But if you have that, like the real flaky croissant, which is like really big and crisp, and you think that you can't finish it, the moment you bite into it, just melts in your mouth. It's so light and coming from inside. So of course, it's more challenging to have, you know, getting into pastry. But yes, of course, it really pushes your, you know, creative level of enthusiasm when it comes to it. Okay, so anyway, on a lighter note, I'm going to be making one more recipe for you, and it's a no-bake dessert. It's a super healthy dessert, and I'll pass it around, and I'll try to make as many pieces so at least all of you get to have a bite of it. I'll try my best, but I don't think I'll be successful there. And these are lemon and coconut energy balls. Yeah, I told them to take this out. Can you please take this out? Everything I give me a spoon. You know, the funny part is that the difference between cooking on television and cooking in reality is that, you know, you can be like in your last shot, like you're super tired, you're exhausted with the day cooking and, you know, doing, like looking happy and all of that. And this is like the last moment, you're like, you know, after this I'm going to just sit and just drive to my place, my home, and I'm going to crash. You know, so that last thing, you would not find a spoon when you're shooting. And for that, you tell one person. One person tells the other. So there are 3 people looking for a spoon. And the entire shoot, the dish is ready, but the spoon hasn't come. So that's the difference. Here on ground, you do get. And now see, this is the, you can have a look later, because I can't show you. So we fry the garlic, like until golden, and we just drizzle it all across with the oil, so it will give a nice garlicky flavor and crispy and yummy and healthy. So you can of course add some pasta and have it like that also. You can have it with garlic bread, you can just have it like that. It's super healthy. So now making the lemon energy balls. These are something that you can keep for your kids. You can keep it for yourself. If you are like, you know, if you're looking at having a healthy lifestyle, you want to exercise. So you can have it as a dessert. It can be stored in a jar or container, in an airtight container. It can last you a week if you don't need too much. But it's really, really delicious. And of course, you can replace a lot of ingredients, which I will tell you whilst making this. But this is one of the most easy, energetic ball, a dessert which you can have after working out, or you can have it on a normal day also. So here, we need desiccated coconut. Give me the mic. We need desiccated coconut. I have some lemon rind here. I'm going to add that. So it's going to be like really lemony. And I'm going to add, I have cashews and almonds here. You can add dates, you can add white chocolate, you can add brown chocolate, you can add dark chocolate. And these will come out to be truffles, you know, like you have the Raphael and, you know, those other Ferrero Rocher, you know, it can be created like that. And of course you can go like for the topping, it's endless. You can top it with pistachios, you can top it with like a very good quality cocoa powder. It's really delicious. And it's guilt-free eating, you know, because I love desserts. I have to have dessert, so I always look out for interesting ways to make it. And do look out for my book. It's called Health Unlimited. It has like super healthy recipes which you can create at home and have like a healthy family. Give me the spoon. I'm putting the honey little by little because I haven't added dates. Dates would have given it a good volume. But whatever was available to me here, we can make it out of this. Yeah. It's okay, doesn't need to be like keep it moist.
It is moist from center.
Perfect.
Lava type.
Yeah. No, I'm done now. Later.
So 3 things are ready.
Yeah.
So we have 3 things ready. We have the zucchini noodles, and we have the spinach puree and the cannelle. It is made from the cow milk basically.
It is known as the chena. And when we curdle the, जैसे कहते हैं भैंस का दूध, तो हमें पनीर मिलता है. गाय का दूध अगर हम curdle करेंगे तो छेना मिलता है. छेना लाइट होता है स्टमक के लिए भी and good for infants also. And this man has made the sweet potato brownie. This is also ready. It is soft, moist at the center, just to give it a lava feel to it.
Sure, are you done?
Yeah.
So can you help me with this? We need to make some balls.
Oh yeah, I'll make it.
What do we have? Cream दे.
This is what, honey?
हाँ. But बहुत मीठा हो गया.
नहीं हो.
Cream.
मैं क्रीम नहीं डालना, हनी डाल देता हूँ. हनी से मॉइस्ट हो जाएगा, पाइंट भी हो जाएगा. This we are adding honey in it. Honey is kind of a stage just before when we get the glucose, the edible glucose. This is the honey. It helps the sugar not to crystallize. Plus, it helps in binding the Indian dessert, the Indian traditional sweets. It gives the binding to our main ingredient, and it is healthy also. So we'll add a spoonful of honey to it, and it will give a binding to our nariyal, which we are using the
Coconut balls.
we are making the coconut balls. See, it is already binding it. So we have just added half a spoon of it, and it is good to go for the binding. And always when you prepare laddus at home, don't use all your force to bind it to form a laddu. Just just a light in your palm, and you will get a laddu. And if you use the force, the ingredient will stick to your palm, and you won't get a neat laddu. Our laddu is ready, and we will plate it.
Show me. See, it's super healthy, and you can of course add like flaxseed, you can add peanuts, you can add more nuts, you can add pistachios. If you like really grind the pistachios like really fine, you can give a nice coating like how the Arabic sweets are. And of course you can even add cake to this. It can become a truffle. You can add chocolate, you can add white chocolate, you can, have you eaten this? It's like a small little what do you call it, truffle chocolate. It's coconut and white chocolate. And you can create so many things. That Diwali is coming, it will be like really healthy, because a lot of times what happens is you go from one track, like one place to the other, you're done having so many sweets. But you can have something healthy, and you'll see that the person who's eating it, and you'll honestly like really very big sweet. They will eat this, it's really healthy. And especially for people who have a sweet tooth. So it really works. No questions? Everybody so sleepy. Yeah, no? Are you enjoying this expo? Yeah, so you can learn so much, and there's so much happening in the market, especially in our field, so you can be updated with it, and it's always nice to be updated, So I hope you guys enjoyed. You're a very good audience. You've made no noise and no questions and no nothing. You're like perfect.